Hello everybody, welcome to my new video, and today we have a 2020 presidential election matchup between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. So, this is a race between the two candidates of the 2016 presidential election. The candidates are the same, and if Hillary Clinton's not really nominated, this would be the first rematch election between two presidential candidates since the election of 1956, when I went against Atlas Stevenson. And anyway, let's get back to the present. So, if Hillary Clinton's nominated, it would be tougher for her because Trump's the president. He has the incumbency advantage, and considering from recent data, Hillary Clinton's popularity has declined since the election of 2016. In April, only 29% of US voters favor Hillary Clinton. And meanwhile, President Donald Trump's approval rating is it's improving, although it's lower than other presidents considerably. But it's worth noting that a lot of Republicans who opposed Trump in 2016 now support him, but at the same time, a lot of independents who voted for him in 2016 now oppose him. So this is how things has changed. But let's begin with our electoral map now. For Hillary Clinton, the states that are safe for her are states on the West Coast. Obviously, I don't see those states going for Trump anyway, and the states and the northeastern states except Maine and New Hampshire. The reason those two states are not safe for her is that New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, the race was very close in 2016. Clinton won by a very slim margin, and in Maine, Trump won the second district one electoral vote there in 2016. So I'm gonna leave these two states toss up for now, and probably Maine's other districts are not gonna be red. But anyway, I'm gonna put Maine's other districts that are not the second district into blue, into the safe Democrat column, and the state of New Hampshire and the Maine's second district will be left toss-up, and the state of Illinois is gonna be safe for the Democratic Party. But state of New Mexico too. But at this point, the state of Minnesota won't be safe for the Democratic Party. We'll talk about it later. Now let's put all those states blue. For President Donald Trump, the states that are safe for him are those typical red states, and at this point, Ohio is also a safe red state for Trump because he appeals to Ohio's constituents, and Hillary Clinton is so unpopular. And he won in 2016 in Ohio by more than 8% margin, and I don't see Hillary Clinton winning in Ohio, so I would consider Ohio safe for Donald Trump, and I'll put those states that are safe for Trump in red now. So now we have President Trump at 209 electoral votes and Hillary Clinton at 190 electoral votes. So let's continue with the states that are not safe. In the state of Nevada and Colorado, I don't see Trump winning because these two states are the states that voted for Barack Obama twice in 2008 and 2012, and there are the same states that voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. And there are a lot of Hispanic voters there, and a lot of population there are progressive voters, moderate voters. So Trump doesn't appeal to these groups. So I would say that Hillary Clinton would still win these two states if she's the Democratic Party nominee in 2020. And I would say that Hillary Clinton would still win the state of Virginia and Minnesota too. Um, First of all, she would win Virginia because, as I said in previous video, there are college-educated white voters there, and those are actually moderates, and Trump doesn't appeal to them, and Jeb Bush, as I said, appeals to them, but Trump doesn't. So whether or not Hillary's VP choice is Tim Kaine, I think she would still win. And for the state of Minnesota, as I said, while the state's not a safe blue state anymore, she would still win because there are not enough conservative voters there, and the state has a long history of voting for the Democratic Party. It hasn't voted for Reagan in 1980 or 1984, and its politicians are progressives, voters that are more progressives, and although there are working class white voters there, to a lot of them to whom Trump appeals, but there are not enough conservative voters there to flip the state to red zone, and so I would say that the state would stay blue for a while. Now, I would say that every state left here will go to Trump for obvious reasons. For the state of Iowa, there are a lot of white conservatives there to whom Trump appeals, and those voters heavily favor Trump, and Trump won the state by almost 10% margin in 2016, and although I think President Trump will definitely carry this state of Iowa in 2020. For the state of Florida, the reason is none other than that Trump won the state in 2016, and in 2020, he will have the incumbency advantage over his opponent, whose popularity has been declining. And although in 2018, as of today, there were a lot of anti-gun trends in Florida in the wake of the Parkland shooting, I think the people's attention will just shift away, and this will be more of a distant memory, and President Trump will be able to carry the state of Florida easily. For the state of North Carolina, I would say that the reason is that Trump appeals to North Carolina voters. He won the state in 2016. Mitt Romney won the state in 2012, and I didn't see Hillary Clinton flipping the state back. So that's why I give Trump the state of North Carolina. It's obvious that Hillary Clinton wouldn't win. For the Rust Belt states, the state of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, I would say that the reason is that President Trump appeals to those voters in those states, and but so does Hillary. But Hillary Clinton's popularity has fallen since the election of 2016, and I don't see her gaining momentum there. But although other Democratic candidates may be able to, but Hillary's not gonna win in those states. Her popularity has declined, and President Trump has the incumbency advantage, and he can use it to beat Hillary there if the economy at the time of the election is well. The economy is the main focus of those states. So I think that's the reason. The state of New Hampshire, the reason is basically that President Trump just has a chance. In 2016, the state just voted for Clinton by a very slim margin. It's just 2,800 votes. And in 2020, with President Trump's incumbency advantage and Hillary Clinton's waning popularity, I think Trump can easily flip the state of New Hampshire and just carry the 4 electoral votes from this state. And for the last area of this electoral map, the 2nd District of Maine. In 2016, it voted for President Trump by a considerable margin, and I don't see Hillary Clinton flipping it back to the Democratic Party column in 2020. So I would say that Trump win these 2 areas. So this is the final electoral map with President Trump having 310 electoral votes and Hillary Clinton having 228 electoral votes. So President Trump in this scenario will continue to be the 45th president of the United States and become the 4th president in a row to be re-elected. Thank you so much for watching, and you can subscribe to my channel for more political videos like this, and I'll see you guys later.